Just off of Pierce Street in Anoka is one of the largest humanitarian efforts in the state, and above all else that will be shared in this video today, Anoka Community Mission acts as a solution to some of the largest problems that the country faces today. And thus the purpose of the video is to encourage others to be a part of the solution by visiting anokacommunitymission.org and learning how you can donate or volunteer. I met up with Executive Director Jason Berry to get an exclusive look inside their incredible facility, learn about their volunteer work and opportunities, and to get a glimpse of what it takes to run a mission like this.
We call 440 Pierce Street the Miracle on Pierce Street, and our vision is, if the Lord allows us to, we are going to end up becoming Minnesota Community Missions, and Anoka would be one of our sites.
What has started as a child care ministry with Little Blessings of Anoka in 2013 has now grown into a multifaceted nonprofit with 9 ministries that serve a variety of the most crucial needs in the community.
If you think the mission is the umbrella, and then there are different programs that report to that umbrella. There are social needs programs that are distributing emergency items, but then we have a number of fundraising programs. We collect aluminum cans, we collect rejected international currency, we collect children's books. So they all have their names so that we can track all those, they have their own accounts. And we designed it that way so if any one of those programs grew to such an extent that it needed to become its own nonprofit, it could spin off and become its own nonprofit. And then as you've seen in the building, if the donor wants the funds to go to a particular program, Jason, I want you to use these dollars to buy toilet paper for families. Okay, well, the funds will go into general fund and get transferred over to Martha's Cupboard, and I'll go buy toilet paper with the Martha's Cupboard debit card. And that's another reason why we're structured the way that we are. It enables us to very easily honor donor intent.
Of course, the work at the mission cannot be done without its dedicated volunteers, whose experiences and skill sets are vast to meet each ministry needs, including Jason's 13-year-old daughter, Rachel, who has been volunteering at the mission with her father since she was 7, who has now become a leader at the mission and an inspiring example for other volunteers to give to their full potential. Volunteers at the mission are present throughout the week on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and on Saturdays is the mission's donation drop-off day for anyone in the community who wish to donate large quantities of food and clothing items to the mission. The mission does encourage donors to refer to their needed items page on their website to see what items are in high demand at the mission. Sundays is for emergency distribution at the mission from 2 to 5 p.m., offering families and individuals groceries, clothing, and anything else they can offer. And it is through these incredible efforts that allow the mission to both meet each ministry's goals and to stretch its reach even further with additional programming for community needs.
The plan is that we'll continue to do our emergency distribution on Sundays from 2 to 5, but then on Monday evening we're going to do a community dinner. And we'll be able to feed people here in the core, and then the classrooms that are on the perimeter will be used for small group rooms and children's ministry as well. Now the plan is after we get Solomon's Wardrobe done, then I'm going to have a gymnasium, and I'm going to reestablish the backboard for basketball. I'm going to have a nice epoxy floor and a half court at least. That area will also be available for inflatables, so that we can incorporate that into our children's programming.
Alongside everything that drives the mission forward, including both volunteer hours and generous donations, it is Jason's conscientious handling of every cent and item given to the mission to stretch the value of each donation as far as possible, or as Jason refers to it, as God's economy.
And because we operate so lean, we can really stretch those dollars and make a big impact. Because when you think about, on average, 100 families get served on a weekend. We can provide all of the essential food and clothing and hygiene needs. $1,000 a year per family? That's God's economy. That's like that is the miracle on Pierce Street, the loaves and fishes in the 21st century. And I think that's a really cool story to tell. And of course, it doesn't happen in a vacuum. It happens because grocery stores give, and nonprofits give, and individual donors give, and people donate their time to be driving around in their vehicle to be picking up stuff. We've been told that there really isn't anything like us, so we want to try and do this well. We want to, we do have other nonprofits that are benchmarking and looking at what we're doing, and we want to try to help them avoid the landmines that organizationally that we've stepped on over the years, and we certainly want to be a blessing But I hope that what's happening here could expand even beyond our scope, and that it could be reproduced well, and that as many people can be helped as possible.